Deadlift World Championships is happening on Saturday, September 2nd, which is tomorrow, which is my wedding day, and that's why I'm not there this year. I think it's a really cool time for me to reflect. I'm sitting here with Fabian, who's behind the camera, and all of you watching this, or at least a large majority of you, have watched my content over the past, it's only been 12 months, which is just absolutely mind-blowing to me, but Road to 505 was the first YouTube series I ever put out. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. Last year I went to World Deadlift Championships, ended up pulling 455 kilos, not the performance I was hoping for. My personal best is 475 kilos. And I think if I were to go this year, I think 475, 476, 77, whatever in there is probably what I would be capable of. My deadlift's gone really, really well. But there's other guys who are going to break the deadlift world record. I'll get to the bit where I say if I actually think it's going to fall or not, but to talk about some of the guys in hot contention, we've got Graham Hicks, who is the strongest man on the planet, I think, in a static sense. His log press is off the charts, and last year he deadlifted 1,000 pounds for the first time. He's someone who's very set to try to get to the 505 mark. We have Rauno Heinle, who's won the deadlift championship multiple times, pulled 476 kilos last year, just broke the 18-inch deadlift record at 540 kilos. And we know if Rauno gets it to his knee, if Rauno gets it to where Makarov's got it before, no problem. And I've heard that his strategy is to go after the 505. I think those are really the two major guys who are in hot contention. Unfortunately, Adam Bishop was probably in that conversation as well, but with a little bit of a niggle at Shaw, breaking an all-time deadlift world record is something that I think you need to be at absolute 100% to be able to give a really good solid crack. The other guy though, sorry, is Ivan Makarov. Of course, he's the only guy who's lifted it off the ground, and he's done that twice, got it to his knee twice, and he's had a really solid prep. I think he's hit 480, 485, something like that. And if you ever see this guy in person, Ivan Makarov is literally built to deadlift. His back is like, his back is a strange thing to look at. It's just extra slabs of steak slapped onto an already strong person's back. His arms are quite long. He's just, biomechanically, he is absolutely fit to a T to deadlift the record. The other points of interest in the show are Jamal Browner, which I'm actually really disappointed that Jamal is not going to try to pull in a suit. I think we have seen what he can pull conventional. He's going to go do that and put it down on paper, and I assume that he's going to pull 1,000. I don't think he'll be able to pull 475. Incredible feat for someone his size. Really interested what he could do if he chucked on a suit and actually trained for it. Probably somewhere in the 476 kilo. But that is probably more impressive than any other deadlift that's ever been done. If he could do that at, I don't know exactly what he weighs, but he looks to be maybe 230, 240. That would be probably, in my opinion, the most impressive deadlift of all time. Maybe next to the 1,000-pound Benny Magnuson over-under powerlifting style deadlift. Then the adversary of Jamal Browner, Pa Dwyer, is going to go. It's going to be hard. Pa, I hope you watch this. Love you, dude, but you're going to get smoked in the deadlift by Jamal. I wish I was there just to watch the strange tension and watch, like, because you know they're going to try and be amicable, but it'll be a bit weird. Like, I wish I was there to see it, but oh well. And those, to me, are the names really in big contention to do it. In terms of the whole show, I think Evan Singleton has to be the heavy favorite. Shane Flowers could surprise some people. I'm sure he's going to be on the podium as well. Rob Kearney heading over with some really good events for him. Interesting. I don't know if this is going to be a rule, so don't quote me on it. But there's been chat at several competitions that they're saying you can't deadlift the way Rob does, i.e. you can't sit it on your thigh, squat down, take a bit of a rest, and then deadlift. So I don't know if they're going to put that constraint on this competition, and I don't know how much that would affect Rob if it actually happened. So that'll be interesting to watch. But I think that's my podium prediction. Those three guys probably on the podium. Yeah, I like that. Now, getting to, do I think the deadlift record will fall? I would put the odds less than 50%. I don't put them at 0, but definitely less than 50. I think if I had to put it out there, there could be a 15% chance, 20% chance that Rano hits it, maybe a 10-15% chance that Graham Hicks hits it, and maybe a 5 to 10% chance that Ivan hits it. Only because I think when you have that plateau and you have that number and you've missed it a couple of times, the exact same way, it's so hard to bounce back from that mentally and just keep getting yourself up to the adrenaline level that you need to do something like this. Now, if it's not done this year, what do I think about the prospect of doing it in the future? I would love to go back to Cardiff or wherever deadlift championships are held next year. I really love the Giants Live crowd. And is this something that I would go after? And the answer is yes. I think at some stage in my career, I will dedicate substantial time to seeing what I'm capable of, what my max deadlift could get to, and seeing if I could go 505, or maybe at that stage it'll be 510, something like that. But I think with the progress that I've made in the last little while on my deadlift, I think that it's definitely possible. And possible is by no means a guarantee, but I think there's very few people in the world that could say I could do that. And it's just so fundamentally like human to go, I've picked up more weight off the ground than any other human that's ever lived. That's a pretty cool thing to ever be able to say. And I would love to be able to say that. I would love that title. So whether that's 2024 for me or 2025, 2026, I'm in the really fortunate position where I have won the titles that I've wanted to win. And this would be another feather in the cap. If you told me 2 World's Strongest Man titles or the deadlift world record, it's quite possible that having the deadlift world record and the World's Strongest Man title, they might be close to equal importance right now. Just because that's, like I said, it's just such a fundamental human thing. So I would love you guys, pop in the comments, do you think 505 is going to get broken? If you do, by who? And I've seen a prediction where they actually think multiple people might break the deadlift world record, which would be absolutely incredible. Now, as always, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, leave a moose dropping in the comment section. If you're interested, Lift Heavy Be Kind merch is in the bio. 20% of the proceeds go back to the strength community to continue to try to grow it and try to find the next person who's going to break the deadlift world record. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We will catch you next time. Lift Heavy Be Kind, and we'll see you soon.